gate, on the gate, on the gate, on the gate, on the gate. What's up, peoples? On the gate. I just wanted to get on the gate real quick. You know what I mean? Because I've been sharing stories on the gate of me and people when I was up top. You know what I mean? Going through the little situations up top with different individuals. But I don't want to make it look like I'm glamorizing life up top. Same way you got wins, same way you got losses. I got jumped 2 times. I'm going to tell you those 2 stories in another episode. But getting locked up is nothing good. And I'm just trying to show people. See, I started off with a 2.5 to 5. And I end up doing 8.5 years straight. You know what I mean? Flat. Maxed out, caught new bids, end up getting deported back to Jamaica. So I don't want y'all to think when I'm on the gate, just glamorizing up north life. You know what I mean? It's the wickedest thing you could ever imagine, getting locked up, and on top of that, getting locked up while you locked up. I mean, when you up north, you know, you end up getting locked up, and then you get locked up in the jail. And then you get locked up 24 hours a day, 23 hours a day, 1 hour outside. And sometimes the outside is just back of your cell, depending on where you at, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there, man. There ain't nothing sweet about being up north on the gate. On the gate, sometimes you can release stress on the gate, you know what I mean? Because you're able to talk to other individuals, you know what I mean? You get close to niggas too, because you might show pictures and reminisce about the town and things that you want to do if you ever make it out of the hellhole. So that's the point I was trying to show, that it ain't all about winning and popping off on people. You know, I had a problem because I started gang banging. It was nothing good about that neither. You know what I mean? You know, it's just a lifestyle that some people pick up. You know what I mean? Especially when you're going through situations. And you know, how I turned blood was a nigga named Taiwan, Don Juan. You know what I mean? And I was God body. But I went to a spot, and me, him, and this other nigga from Brownsville that we call Brownsville, we got close on some Brooklyn shit, Flatbush. You know what I mean? Brownsville and Bed-Stuy. Taiwan was from Bed-Stuy. Brownsville, nigga with the chipped tooth, he was Jamaican. Taiwan was American. And I was from Flatbush. And 3 of us had some Brooklyn love. You know what I mean? One of us, we started off in Shock. That's how we started off. And one of us made it through the program. Me and Taiwan got kicked out of Shock. You know what I mean? Then we went over to the Annex. You know what I mean? He was going back and forth from a case on an island. That's time the island was popping in 96. The island was popping, so son used to go down to the island and leave the house to me. And one day son was like, yo, you know what I mean? Niggas is feeling your energy. You know what I mean? Because I was on some fuck that, you know, blood shit. That shit belong in LA, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of niggas that was coming up north from Rikers Island, you know what I mean? Popping that blood shit and popping, you know, them Latin kings was acting like, you know what I mean? And son was like, yo, you my brother. I'm gonna leave you the house. You know what I mean? Brought me in the bathroom. I already been putting in work. You know what I mean? Broke a nigga jaw. You know what I mean? When I came up north, he was with me. You know what I mean? We broke a nigga jaw in the bathroom. I fucked up this nigga named Boogie from the Bronx. You know what I mean? He was a Latin king, so I really didn't give a fuck. Putting in that work. Help a few blood niggas get blooded in because I pop off and hold them down. Anyway, that's a different story. We'll go into that. That's when I was in Lakeview. Just came up north, downstate Lakeview. 9-6. You know what I mean? No, some niggas skip over Lakeview, but a lot of niggas went through that shock program. A lot of niggas got kicked out, like me, out of the shock program. Because if you came up on a drug charge, that's like one of the first places they send you. see if you could do that 6 months, but there's a lot of informing shit that be going on in there. Niggas be telling, niggas be running around the yard with logs. You know what I mean? You gotta wake up 5 in the morning, do exercise, and all type of shit. I think Mel Murder was there. Capone was there. He was in the annex too when I was there. Noriega and Capone, yeah. He was in B Block. I think it was B Block he was in, the homies. You know what I mean? I think B.O., the other B.O. from Uptown, not legendary B.O. No, he was in B Block too. You know what I mean? I got some Lakeview stories too. You know what I mean? A lot of fighting in Lakeview. All police fucked me up. Niggas know if you went to the box in Lakeview, you know about a nigga named Iceman. I'ma get to Iceman. That CO have a tattoo of a baby on a noose around his neck, tattooed on him. This man would come to work like the late shift, overnight shift. That nigga taking off his uniform, walking the corridors with his white t-shirt on. You know what I mean? There's some stories about Lakeview Box. I think he had 2 bodies under him. You know what I mean? And people skip over Lakeview. Lakeview Box was I heard nigga, that's the first box that I heard. I've been in boxes. When I say boxes, I mean SHUs. And Lakeview is one of them. Lakeview is a minimum security jail because it's a shop program. But a lot of drug dealers and niggas that's out of town, niggas get locked up, and you get under 5 years, you might go there. You know what I mean? You try to get a program and you try to get out early in 6 months. If you with you got some gangster niggas that was doing jumping jacks, sit-ups, running around, putting niggas in the circle, telling on niggas, smoking in the bathroom and all that shit. All of that snitching shit. If you graduated from Lakeview, you was ratting. You was ratting. You know what I mean? You was telling on niggas. Word, niggas was doing, running around and niggas was carrying a log. You know what I mean? As a best friend, nigga had to bring the log everywhere. Not me. You know what I mean? I got kicked out of that shit. I tried that shit like 3 times in 1 year. Every minute I tried that, niggas catching niggas in the bathroom smoking. Word up. But there was a CO, there was 2 COs there. One called Superman and one called Iceman. Let me tell you something, man. I heard homies crying, literally crying in their cell. You know what I mean? Because Iceman come in there, them niggas run up in your cell and breaking niggas up. The homie Strings was in there, String Bloody Strings. Niggas was breaking niggas up in that box. One Halloween or one night, this man, Iceman, put on a sheet over his head like the Ku Klux Klan and running around outside, running around to niggas' cell, had the homie in his cell shivering. That nigga, the homie went under his bed crying, you know what I mean? Word up, there's some stories in that box. When I left that box and went to Orleans and shit. You know what I mean? A lot of blood. See, medium corrections facilities. When I came up north, a lot of Damoons was living in them. You know what I mean? Because them shits was overpopulated with Mietas and Latin Kings. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you how, I was part of the movement that got the homies living in Orleans Correctional Facility. Because when I touched in there, all that had to stop. Because I had Jamaicans on my side too, you know what I mean? And I was a nigga from out of town and from Brooklyn. But I was hustling out of town, and my team out of town was good like that. You know what I mean? And we was up in Albany and Troy and New York and all of that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Got locked up in Rensselaer jail. But that's what I'm saying on the gate, man. It's not about glamorizing up north. It was sad stories. I just do it to, tell some stories that be in my head. You know what I mean? Soon I'm gonna go live and get niggas on the gate. You know what I mean? And we could vibe and shit like that. Subscribe and like. Word up. R.I.P. to my boy C.R. Tony. Word up. He was gonna be my first participant on the gate because I know him from from Flatbush and shit. You know what I mean? But I might try to get, some big homies on the gate like Man Do. Maybe I'll get them on the gate one day. Some of my homies that I used to be on the gate with back in the days. So, on the real, we on the gate, but it's getting late. Lights about to be out. About to push back. Just wanted to show this positive message. It's not all about glamorizing what was going up north. It's the struggles and the everyday warfare and the stress. You know what I mean? I seen countless niggas commit suicide up north, man. And it's sad. So niggas, stay out of jail. Do the right thing. Be positive. Get that money. And always have love for your homies. I'm out.